Hi, thank you so much for being with us here today. I'm Anumeha Gupta, and I'll be your host for today's session. Today, we'll be talking about the importance of analytics in insurance. And today's topic is power of analytics for the decision makers. Our panel for today is Piyush Tiwari, Head of Sales, Sagar Koti, Pre-Sales Expert, Anurag Sangai, Principal Solution Architect, Pranjal Bhatt, Data Scientist. Today's agenda is in three parts. A quick introduction and PPT by Piyush. Then Sagar will walk us through the product demo in detail. And the last part is Q&A, where Anurag and Pranjal will answer all your questions in the later part of the session. I would request you all to post their questions in the Q&A chat, and we'll cover them later. Now I'll request Piyush to start with the corporate presentation.
Thank you so much, Anumeha. And first of all, I would like to mention every one of you and thank you for joining this session and sparing your 1 hour for understanding the power of analytics, what Intellicus carries. Our journey so far, we've got 20 years of experience serving Fortune companies across the globe. And we've got 50 plus ISP partners who has integrated Intellicus within their product to extend the power of analytics to their end users. Plus, we have got 18,000 installations across the globe so far since 20 years. Intellicus is a single platform which can extract data from all the diversified sources what you have and can prepare the data and create a dashboard over it or analytics over it. It's a complete self-serve in nature for every type of business users where you have a less IT people required to complete your BI need. Instant insight will drive you to take your decision making very fast and easy to adopt. These 3 points really helps a business user to take this to take their business decision making faster. It's a complete make in India single software and one-stop solution. It's a complete self-serve in nature where business user can drag and drop and create their own dashboard according to their business requirement and create their own KPIs. They have access to Intellicus native mobile application where they can visualize their own dashboard and reports. ETL functionality of Intellicus can extract data from your internal sources, external sources, even though from your data warehousing, and create a single version of truth. And on your historical data, you can create a OLAP cubes for your multi-dimensional slice and dice report, which are super fast in nature. Machine learning is integrated with Intellicus, where we can create a machine learning model or multiple models to do what-if analysis and prediction for every line of business and every type of use cases where multiple machine learning models are ready-made available also within the platform. Report scheduling and busting, which is very important feature for insurance domain, where every day your MIS report, your transaction reports, your regulatory report, your compliance report can be really automated and can be exported or boosted in terms of every required Microsoft Office format or PDF format to internal or external users with the scheduled deliveries. Intellicus connect with big data. So if you have implemented big data, so Intellicus can get the data from that big data sources and can create every type of required reports and dashboards. It's a fully certified platform for any kind of a third-party vulnerability pen testing. And we've got 5-star 45 certification from a third-party certification platform. Why Intellicus? Because we are kind of a SME also in the market. we understand the pain area. See, nowadays, pain area for every organization, that data integration, that because data is coming from multiple sources, but we are not able to integrate the data. And then volume of data is very huge. So data management and quality of data, data governance, security, privacy are very, very important just because of regulatory guidelines and compliance. And manual data processing takes a lot of time, which leads to deliver a report or dashboard for decision making is higher than our expectations. Right information delivery at right time is really missing as of now, and decision for business and customer experience is lagging because of these manual activities. So we understood that problem, and we have created the data flow architecture, which can create a single version of truth, extracting data from multiple sources. We can have a 360-degree view of organization and department-wise, unified reporting analytics platform, real-time business insight, because data extraction has been now automated, and which increase the customer experience. I mean, our service optimization services are getting optimized, so the customer experience are getting enhanced. Underwriting cycle management we can derive through our dashboards and reports. And then fraud and claim analytics, which is really, really important for insurance domain. Any kind of a risk management using what if analysis that can be created using machine learning capabilities of Intellicus. Customer lifetime value and prediction we can create in any type of the business line LOBs we want to derive, that what kind of the business we want to target for, and what kind of a prediction do we have, and according to that we can create our strategy. And all the reports and dashboards are immediately available on your mobile devices. What you get, it's really important for a business user. So we get really super fast report with the help of Semantic Layer and OLAP technology of Intellicus. Analyze any amount of data, because data is huge, and that's one of the biggest challenge enterprises are facing. So Intellicus technology, the Intellicus architecture technology that carry the kind of a scalability in terms of data volume and business users, a number of users that can be onboarded on Intellicus in the number of thousands, around 75,000 users we can onboard on the single instance. Automation of any kind of regulatory compliance and MIS report is really possible using Intellicus platform. And analytics is on the go on your handheld devices. One of the fastest growing or one of the biggest company of India in insurance domain, Tata AIG, has adopted Intellicus for their entire BI journey. After looking at all the capabilities of Intellicus, that how Intellicus can provide the benefit to them. Some of the other BFSI customers were actually dealing with huge amount of data for them and creating a lot of automation for these companies. Some of the recognition our company has got since 20 years serving to the world. We create totally a data-driven culture in the organization that's really create a lot of impact for the decision makers and business users. Now I would request Sagar to run you through the product demo. Sagar, over to you.
Okay, Piyush, thank you. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone can see my screen. So this is sign-in page of Intellicus. We will today walk you through end-to-end major product features of Intellicus, a comprehensive user-level management where you can sign in as an admin, you can sign in as a designer or developer of the reports, or you can sign in as a business user. Different types of users for a variety of business cases with the necessary credentials. So I'll be signing as admin to walk you through different product features. So the moment I sign in, it will take you to the home page. Today, as we are going to cover major product features of Intellicus, we have taken insurance as a business case, and there will be 3 insurance-related dashboards, 1 data science dashboard, 1 what-if report, semantic layer highlighting sourcing of data from multiple disparate sources, and OLAP multidimensional model. So the first dashboard that we will be discussing about is the insurance dashboard, which provides overview of operational KPIs, highlighting sales and claims across types of insurance, locations, and also giving an overview of the agent performance. So now, as we go through these features, we also try to more emphasize on the self-serve nature part of this dashboard as to how a business user can himself prepare his own views or change the existing dashboard as well. To see the interactivity, what we have on the top is about insurance sales, as I said, and insurance claims, bifurcating different KPIs like customers, policies sold, premium and average premium, claims count and claim premium. As we are keeping it for different types of insurance, I want to select health as an example for type of insurance. So the moment I select, the entire dashboard reflects the information for the selection that I made, which means each of these views are interlinked and correlated. For this, I also want to do it in a multidimensional way, as these are interactive and multidimensional dashboards. So now I want to select it for a particular year as well. So which is, I will select for 2014. Now, when I do this, Intellicus dashboards are also can get into the hierarchical analysis of the any dimension or information. Means for any health type of insurance, I can drill down to multiple categories of these insurance types. We have health maintenance, exclusive providers, health savings, preferred providers. So I will select for health maintenance. The data is for a period of 5 years, and it is of multi-million rows. As I move through different dimensions, you could see, even though the data is of multi-million row, the swiftness of information, the speed of information that is being generated or rendered onto the dashboard is in few seconds. So that is the capability of the processing in terms of data processing, and also presenting it in an interactive way onto the dashboard. So that is the capability of Intellicus in terms of the visualization. Now, while we do this, it is just not about our charting, visuals, different KPIs to bring onto the dashboard. We also can do a geographical analysis. Means you can plug your lat and long or different types of boundary maps. For example, I want to select the same information for Maharashtra, and then I want to drill down to the multiple districts. Now, this can be then went through a more granular nature, means until to the pin code level of your organizational hierarchy or the customer's hierarchy. While I do this, I also want to move to the next phase of this dashboard, and I can drill up as I came from state to the districts, and as I came from insurance type to different categories. For the same selection, we also wanted to understand the policies sold trend. Let me maximize this. So this trend and the variance indicators gives us an overview of the growth and degrowth, means a performance check over a period of time for any intended time period. Like it can be a quarter view, it can be a month level view. I can drill down to the different month level. I can go for the day level information. So this is all on few clicks. You'll be able to bring a informative understanding of how the data is moving between multiple dimensions. As I do this, many a times what happens is we end up writing calculations or formulas to achieve such growth and degrowth information. However, in Intellicus, we try to make it as more user-friendly, where the effort to bring in those calculations is not negated, and automatically the visual chart is helping you to see the growth and degrowth. let me remove this selection on the insurance type. And next is we have an age group wise policies sold, means of all the customers having their date of birth, we try to organize them into different age buckets, right from 18 to 30 to 71 to 80. So this is in terms of understanding our customer buckets. So how many of them subscribed between 31 to 40, which percentage has the highest amount of subscriptions, placement, policy placement, claims, all those can be understood by this particular bucketing. On top of this, more focused campaign can be launched towards particular age groups, focusing on the age groups. Coming down, we also can do a performance check of our agents across different business locations against any particular type of measure. Means I am looking at policies sold, premium for different types of insurance for all the agents that we have in place for this business, located across multiple regions. So this gives us overview where we can sort it, where we can highlight, do a conditional highlighting on top of this. We'll be able to understand who is performing well and who needs a quality training. Any particular action that you need to take can be driven from this particular data. And finally, mode of purchase, as I said, in terms of understanding our customers' intentions or where they're trying to purchase the policies, that has been also captured over here in the form of the mode of purchase. Means agents have a 59.6%. On the lowest note is direct, where they're coming directly to the organization or the institution of the insurance. This is a quick overview of the operational KPIs. Now, coming down to the self-serve, if there is a change in definition, if there is something that we need to put a filter and save it for the further peer reviews, I can do it with ease. So we promote self-serve, where I can take this particular example, change the way how this is presented. Means I can put this in bar, I can add multiple access. As you could see, one is I'm able to already bring in traditional bar, column, line, and different types of charts. However, as a part of a visual library, we also have put advanced charts as well. The one we could see the tree map. Likewise, we can go to different types of visuals. It can be a sunburst, it can be solid gauge. You can go as many as possible. So ability or the flexibility to add any custom chart or any advanced type of chart requested by the customer is under control, where we'll be able to add, we have a flexibility to add any visual type. So this is on to the presentation of the information. Now, if I want to add a new view, as opposed to what we have already in place, now, for example, I can take order date and drag and drop it to the view. Add multiple measures to the same view: customers, policy sold, premium, claim premium. I can do a conditional highlighting on top of this, do a heat map, understanding top and bottom, change the color schemes of this particular heat map. So anything from novice to the more complex level of the visual dashboards can be easily built by using a drag and drop feature of Intellicus. Now, the same dashboards can be exported to different file formats: Excel, PDF, Word, and PowerPoint, to be sent to different stakeholders via email on a post automation. I'll come to the automation at the later part of my presentation. So at the first phase, we'll be able to add these dashboards, export these dashboards. Now, if there is something that we need to create from the scratch, I also can go for a panoramic view. This is one option that helps you to quickly, let me put a property over here. I can click, create a panorama, add both of these measures, apply. So the moment I do that, all of my dimensions are added to the view, and you could see, and then you will be able to remove them. You'll be able to place them the way you want, in which position you want to present any view, reorganize them, change the way how this is presented, We can do all of them. This is the interactivity and self-serve nature explaining about the insurance operational KPIs. And next we are going to talk about insurance fraud, where we wanted to discuss about different areas of fraudulent claims. So I'll just talk about insurance fraud overview. This data is for a period of 6 years. What we're trying to understand from this dashboard is amount of number of claims that have been placed, how many of them are authentic, how many of them are fraud, what is the percentage of the fraud claims, and then extending it across different locations, different business types, divisions. Taking into all account of all these parameters, what we will try to understand is we have a technology. I want to understand for technology, how many number of claims, how many of them are authentic and fraud. Likewise, I can go for a business type. So this is one level category down to the division. So under division, we have multiple business types, and I want to see for the errors and omissions. Now under this, I also want to see, I can clearly see from the top 10 cities fraud claims that Houston is having the highest number of, experiencing the highest number of fraud claims for these business types. On which particular day or any specific time period, yeah, there is a year 2016, we had the highest number of fraudulent claims over there. Likewise, I can just quickly change it for the accident and health. Let me clear off all these filters. Can go for the accident and health, and under I can go for the health or the accident. So this is just only for the health insurance. As I said, you could see here the heat map onto the GIS for all the fraudulent claims those regions have been experiencing on these business types. So that is the way where we can look across multiple dimensions. On a fingertips, we are able to understand what has happened already. This is the descriptive dashboard of the fraudulent claims. Now, while I do this, what I'm looking at is the aggregated information or the summary information. Now, if I want to go one level down for the detailed information for any specific region, say for Texas, I can do a drill through, which means I can generate a fraud report and automate it, only showing the fraud claims for any specific region, which is for Texas. Now, when I do this, this is another type of reporting in Intellicus. One, we have a interactive dashboard and giving you the interactive analysis in terms of the summary information. Now, if you want to go for the detailed data, we have a smart reports where there is an alerting mechanism. This alerting mechanism gives you a notification of how many fraudulent claims, if there is a particular target, or if there is any threshold that is being put across particular for a business case, you'll be able to generate those thresholds over here. Now, this alert can then be emailed to different stakeholders, subscribed to different stakeholders. So the conditional highlighting in the form of red color, you can see these are the number of frauds that have happened across multiple locations, LOBs. These are the policy ID. And I can see here there is a flag status. ISO claims are directly coming in from those fraud detection systems. Now, while we do this fraud detection, there are many platforms which can throw in the data. For example, one of them is the ISO claim search or the Benford's law. So we can easily integrate or source or try to refer to those data sets in identifying the fraudulent claims. So those can be a helping hand as well. Now, while we do this, we understood the descriptive part of the fraudulent claims across multiple areas. Now, we want to understand the prediction or the ML part of this. We want to understand how we can anticipate, keeping in context of these fraud detection techniques, using machine learning algorithms. When it comes to the machine learning algorithms in Intellicus, it can run any machine learning algorithms that the Python supports. It's tightly integrated with Python servers, or any ML server, where you'll be able to run multiple such algorithms. Now, the current dashboard that you see is for a specific sector, which is auto insurance, fraud prediction analysis. Now, the current data you see is for the gradient boost classifier. Likewise, you can add as many as algorithms you want to run the data for. What we look into this dashboard is total claims, actual fraud, what we are predicting in terms of the frauds, the corresponding amounts, and the accuracy percentage. Why accuracy percentage? So this gives us the importance for identifying the frauds. It says that we can how much trustable this algorithm is in identifying the frauds for any time period. So now when I see for the auto insurance, important parameters are the collision type and incident severity. So I will go for the rare collision. For gradient boost classifiers, this is a claim count, actual fraud, and predicted fraud. And we have different auto mix. Means I want to understand for what type of auto mix we are experiencing large number of frauds. So you can see here for Chevrolet, I can go one level down and see it for a particular model of the Chevrolet. Now, this hierarchy can be of any length. You can add as many as hierarchies and you can define them. While I do this, I also wanted to see what type of incident severity that we are looking in. There's a major damage and the total loss among all the incident severities that we are trying to understand. So this is the fraud prediction trend for a date that this is being experienced. And there is an up and down of both actual fraud and the predicted frauds. So any time period that you specify, you'll be able to generate those trends. You can basically anticipate what type of frauds that you can anticipate. So let me remove this and drill up to the auto mix. Now I will also run it for the other boost classifier to understand for the rare collision what we are trying to. Now I can take any other example of the collision type. So it'll be Intellicus can help you to do a machine learning on top of the descriptive data that you already have in place, or we can do a combination of both descriptive and the predictive analytics. With this, now we will move on to the what if analysis. This is the what if analysis report where we are talking about the insurance claims approval. On the left-hand side, we have historical data. On the right-hand side, we have the translucent bars and dotted lines in the form of the predicted data. And many multiple individual variables can govern this insurance claims approval, which is application approved. And there are multiple individual variables like application received, processed, agent count, different types of insurance, whether it is government associated. All of this will be taken into consideration by the machine learning algorithm, and then it will in turn will calculate the final outcome, which is application approved. Now, how a business user can benefit from this is he will be able to tweak these or change the numbers by some percentages or the absolute values as to see what if I change these variables. What if I increase more people for the document vetting process in terms of the claims approval? What if there is a personal insurance as a business case plus 5%? If I demand more insured assets, and if I apply, will this help me to see any surge in the number of applications that are going to be approved? Likewise, you can have your own set of parameters which defines your business growth or which defines your business outcome. Those parameters can be a part of our machine learning algorithms. And then you can tweak those variables for any time period, like 15 days, 1 month, quarterly information, monthly information. You'll be able to anticipate the number of applications received and also the success rate that you can do in the form of applications approval. Now, the same report then can be emailed on daily basis on specified time intervals without any manual intervention. And then can be extended by applying a row level security, right data to the right authority or the right stakeholder. For example, central regional manager is looking at the central data, northern regional manager is looking at the northern data. So those row level security can be applied on such reports when there is an automation being run upon. With this, we also want to talk about the MIS reports or the ad hoc capabilities of the ad hoc reporting capabilities of Intellicus. For this, I will run a specific example, which is a missing deposits. So this type of reporting, we call it an ad hoc, which is also parameterized. We have different account numbers. Like either you can select all the account numbers or you can select for any specific account that you want to look at. I can run, and this is the report that you have in place where all the letters, numbers are coming out of a template which is handwritten. You can generate your own custom templates for each department, add business logos, do the report bursing that can be sent to different stakeholders and different types of files they intend to look for. And if I want to apply the parameters, say I want to see only for the 1001, I can generate a report on top of that. So this is the ad hoc report that we were speaking about. This is a missing deposit report. I can select it for multiple account numbers. You can generate your own custom templates according to the business needs. You can add business logo. So these will be quick ad hoc reports which can help for your internal auditing, customer auditing, a report busting that can help to be sent to different stakeholders in different types of files, add comments before publishing it to the stakeholders, email it, upload it to FTP server, print it to a printer, covering the entire different salient product features. We came from the dashboarding to the predictive part of Intellicus and then smart reports, ad hoc reports. Now we will speak about social media analytics, means where Intellicus can directly communicate to the sentimental analysis via Twitter sentiments. So how Intellicus can work with Twitter? Intellicus semantic layer, where we can prepare the information from the unstructured data. A lot of these data that is being sourced from Twitter directly are unstructured. And now when we look in, we want to fine tune that particular data, bring them in the form of a more presentable way to the business. So that is what we have done in this particular use case. We have taken a sample use case of the cosmetic industry, a particular brand as a hashtag. Now you can change your hashtag according to your business needs. We are looking at different types of tweets into different emotions like negative sentiment, neutral sentiment, positive. We're looking at for last 10-15 days. What we have in place is who are the different top authors, top 10 authors with highest tweets, date-wise tweets, sentiment breakup, and also the complete sentence. Now, if I want to see only for the positive sentiments, right? I'll be able to generate positive sentiments. And I will also look into particular area of, say, for sentence, what are the positive sentiments that we have received, and we'll be able to read those sentences over here. What is the tweet that is being made? For example, if it is insurance, if it is underwriting, frauds, insurance fraud, we'll be able to understand the positive tweets for that. And the same can be then, if we want to really focus only onto the negative and improve the experience, what made the authors to tweet negative, we also can do that, and we can read those tweets over here, trying to focus more or navigate to the more area that can be taken a corrective action if we are reading these tweets to improve our customer experience. Now, this can be a feedback as well. from the feedback systems where we can directly integrate using APIs, any unstructured data that can be prepared using Intellicus Semantic Layer. So that brings for me to explain Intellicus Semantic Layer means. I'll quickly go ahead and show you a quick overview of the semantic layer. You can see here, we have different steps for the semantic layer, which can be used interchangeably. These are all drag and drop, which can help us to prepare the data. We have collections data coming in from a CSV, location coming in from database, employee coming from a CSV. I'm combining all of this data to make it as a single source of truth. I want to join multiple disparate sources. It can be an insurance system. It can be an ERP, cloud data warehouses. Intellicus can read the data from wide array of variety of data sources easily. Pre-built data connectors. And now, as a part of this data pipeline, I also will be compelled to write some formulas whenever we want to present information in a specific way from to the business. We also can add formula fields which can be mathematical, string manipulations, declarations. We'll be able to add those formula fields over here. One important parameter while we try to establish a semantic layer where we do this data preparation, we also can plug in a machine learning algorithm in the form of data science engine as a part of data pipeline, helping you to in two ways. One is to prepare a machine learning algorithm. Second, to cleanse the data using Python or R. Finally, if I want to consume the data directly without having to load it to a target data warehouse, I can use a format step. From here, I'll directly jump into the reporting. Or if I have a business case of loading this data to a target data warehouse or data mart, I'll be able to push the data, fine-tuned, prepare the data to a data warehouse or write it to a file. This object can be automated in different at specific time intervals, which I'll talk about the automation and the export areas. Means, if I want to just export, right? If I want to automate this, I can just click schedule. It will take you to my quick scheduler. And I can see here, this is the inbuilt job scheduler where you can schedule your reports on recurring basis for any type of frequency that you choose. If it is daily, at what time of the day, which time zone. If I want to email this report as an attachment, as an embedded, in what file formats that you want to intended stakeholders. On success, it will be notified to a specific stakeholder, on error to the admin for parameters that is being pushed to the data on recurring basis. This is the inbuilt job schedule, which does the job of automation, thereby avoiding or reducing the manual intervention. Now, the same thing can also be done for any particular semantic layer. Means we are preparing the data. Now, to do an incremental process of this information, we also can schedule that ETL layer on the same mentioned frequencies. It will keep on push the incremental data and keep your dashboards updated. These are the set of important product features which helps insurance sector looking at different types of parameters for better business outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sagar. Thank you for a detailed product demo. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining the session today. Have a great evening.